Greetings. I am very pleased to be sharing my State of the University address with you today. I regret that I am not able to be there in person for this update and want you to know that it would take an important reason to keep me away. I am in Atlanta representing the college at an off-site evaluation meeting for SACs. These SACs meetings are set well in advance, and unfortunately, I cannot be absent. I hope that my video greeting will suffice in helping you to see where we are now as a university. As you know, excellence in every way is our motto. And what better way to demonstrate this than the increase in rankings by U.S. News and World Report. This year we jumped from number 15 to number 8 in the overall list of HBCUs. What an important way to show that we are squarely in the top 10 of all HBCUs. We also ranked number 25 in Best Regional University South. We're the only Alabama university, public or private, to be on this list. This is an important demonstration of our overall ranking as a regional university and points the way for even greater accomplishment. Most recently, Tuskegee University was honored by the City and County of Los Angeles, which proclaimed October 22nd as Tuskegee University Day. The achievements of our students, faculty, and alumni were highlighted in a special session by the LA County Board of Commissioners. In addition, I was given an original letter written by Booker T. Washington to a philanthropist. The entire day's activities were coordinated by Ms. Victoria Pipkin Lane, who is a true Tuskegee supporter. There are many members of the LA Tuskegee Alumni Club in attendance, and it was wonderful to see so many of our alums who were there with us to celebrate the greatness of Mother Tuskegee. This year, we've made some important additions to the cabinet since we last spoke. I want to announce that Mr. Philip Howard is our new VP of Advancement. He comes to us from Morehouse College, where he served for over 17 years, the most recent as a VP for Advancement. At Morehouse, Mr. Howard was responsible for implementing Morehouse's capital campaigns, increasing alumni giving, and collaborating to bring the Martin Luther King Jr. papers to the college. Mr. Howard is currently focused on cleaning up the data, i.e. going through our advancement data and preparing them to be entered into our new Razor's Edge software. Please give him a warm welcome when you see him. His office is in Kellogg on the first floor near the ballrooms. Soon we will be announcing a new VP of Enrollment Management and Student Success. This person will begin at the end of November and have oversight of admissions, financial aid, the registrar's office, and student retention. An important component of their job will be to develop an effective enrollment strategy that will allow us to slowly grow enrollment, retain students, and thereby increase graduation rates, all of which are important for us as we advance our academic standing. Next week, we will complete our interviews with finalists for the VP for Student Affairs. A decision will be made by the end of next week, and it's expected that the new person will start early in the spring, January or February. And lastly, but not least, with the retirement of Dr. Roberta Troy at the end of this semester, we are commencing a search for a permanent provost and VP for Academic Affairs. The search firm of Isaacson Miller will be working with us to carry out this search. It is anticipated that the new provost will begin during the summer of 2020. With regard to enrollment, we originally targeted 3,132 full-time students, both graduate and undergraduate, for this academic year. We currently have 2,900 full-time students, a decrease of 232 students. This decrease reflects a decrease in tuition revenue of $4.6 million. Given this resultant decrease in tuition revenue, we have had to readjust our budget to achieve a balanced budget, which we have done. Throughout this process, we were committed to providing a 2% raise to all faculty, staff, and administrators. This is the first time we have provided a raise in several years. Doing so required that we had to have a laser-focused approach to balancing the budget. The result of this is that we must monitor our spending to ensure that we stay within budget. However, I am committed to moving forward to address compensation concerns for all and have decided that we must provide a raise, no matter how small, to our faculty, staff, and administrators. As noted earlier, we have a balanced budget. Our operating budget is $125 million. And as of July 1st, our endowment is valued at $129 million. It is clear that increasing enrollment gradually will be important for the university. Our new VP for Enrollment Management will be very important in achieving this goal. With regard to advancement, we have gradually increased gifts to the university this year. For the fiscal year ending June 30th, our total was $7.9 million. In 2018, that amount was $6.96 million, and in 2017, $6.8 million. I'm very pleased to announce that my inauguration's campaign for Leadership and Excellence Scholarship campaign reached its $1 million goal in June. And we are continuing this great momentum by holding our first Crimson and Gold Scholarship Gala on Saturday, where we are honoring our own alum, Tom Joyner, whose unwavering support of students at HBCUs is legendary. Tom speaks about a party with a purpose, and on Saturday, we will hold a gala with a purpose as we recognize Tom and welcome Grammy Award winner Monica, who will provide entertainment for the evening. Our own alum, Ebony Still, will be the MC for the evening's events. I hope to see many of you there as we provide even greater access for our students to a Tuskegee education. Our average rate of alumni giving is approximately 7.4%. We must increase this level, not only to become more competitive for foundation grants and increase our rankings, but also to say to each other that our alums show how they care for Mother Tuskegee by contributing to the university. I am asking each alum to give something to Tuskegee University. Your gift, no matter how small or big, makes an important difference for us as we calculate alumni giving rates. We depend on your contributions to help us advance Tuskegee to even greater heights. My goal is that we can increase this rate to at least 10% in the coming year. Some of you may be asking yourselves, why should I contribute? Shouldn't the university be able to pay for all of its needs without my contributions? Let's review the numbers. We are tuition dependent, which means that the majority of our budget is paid by tuition and fees. We know that our tuition and fees do not represent the true cost of educating a Tuskegee student. This is the case for college students everywhere. We know that we cannot dramatically increase tuition. Our endowment income also pays for a portion of our budget, and this is where fundraising is significantly important. The greater the endowment draw, and the less we can rely on tuition revenue. Special initiatives also rely on contributions. For example, some alums have come to me to talk about fundraising for a new athletic center or for renovations to the residence halls. These important projects will need great infusions of funds, which are not now in our operating budget. So we are all in this together as we imagine a greater future for Tuskegee University. Here are important priorities: academic excellence, increasing our first to second year retention rates. Currently, we are at 70%, and our goal is to increase this by 2% to 72% by the end of this academic year. This means that 72% of all first-year students will return for their sophomore year. Our QEP project, the roadmap from early achievement to a career high, is being implemented this year and will focus exclusively on providing students the advising, tutoring, and mentoring tools they need to become more academically successful. Supporting faculty teaching and research, and particularly the integration of the two. This is especially important for faculty in Armstrong Hall, which is in need of major renovations. We've just completed sealing the outer envelope of the building and will continue other work over the break. In addition, we've submitted a $2 million planning grant proposal for a new science center to the Economic Development Administration in the Department of Commerce. These funds will aid us in planning a new science center that aligns our academic needs with our goals for 21st century learning in STEM. Renovation of campus residence halls. We have historic buildings, many of which were built by students during Booker T. Washington's era. These buildings, however, are very much in need of updates. This is an important priority for us, especially as we reimagine residence halls as living learning spaces for our 21st century Generation Z students whose learning takes place wherever they are. Enhancing research in areas that draw on our strengths and address vital global concerns. For example, aerospace engineering and aviation programs, food sustainability, energy sustainability, climate change, and health disparities. Collaborating with our city of Tuskegee on one of our own pressing needs, urgent care and medical services. We've begun preliminary discussions to address this issue. Mayor Tony Haygood is a wonderful partner as we think about and plan the next steps for achieving this goal. And lastly, strategic planning. We will be embarking on developing a new strategic plan for Tuskegee University this year. Completing my cabinet is an important component of this planning activity because this cabinet will work with me as we set about implementing the vision outlined in our strategic plan. The current plan expires at the end of 2020. We will be asking alumni to participate in focus groups and on the planning committee. We will be working together to set the vision for Tuskegee University for the next 10 years. Your voice is important and your voice is needed. Please enjoy the homecoming weekend. After all the festivities on Saturday, I hope to see you at the homecoming convocation on Sunday at 9:30 a.m. in the chapel. Our distinguished speaker will be Dr. Roberta Troy, a two-time alumna of Tuskegee University. Thank you again for your attention, and I look forward to seeing you this weekend.